important point. I very important for all of us, and that is to realize the power that we have as people. And we're all about connecting person to person, that one-on-one contact, right? But think of the power of people in networking. And networking it's an active word, right? It's not something that you just sit back and say, well, I'm part of a multi-level marketing network company, and that's it. No, it's engaging, it's reaching people. And our model is 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. But what
Simple.
is powerful there? It's not just the four, it's the four people that those four know, each individual person. And today we are 127 people. Now just take 127 people and ask them how many people do they know. Generally on average, we each know about 250 to 300 people, right? And that includes family, friends, coworkers, fellow churchgoers, right? Organizations we belong to. 250 people. Well, you know 250. I know
Not far.
250, and I know you. That means together we have a potential network of 500 people.
Yes, and it's really amazing. And especially, and you're going to hear more about this, especially that Uno is extending training for people to really get into Facebook marketing
Yes.
because
Yeah.
people are not able to get out there. And we have established best practices.
Hmm.
The digital mentors with Uno celebrated the 1 year anniversary. And the top earners are the ones that engage in this online marketing. So like what it says, the unlimited networking opportunities.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
here and it's now. And you know what's up? I want to mention that we are the US,
Yes.
but the Philippines is really ahead of the curve
Mm.
because right now there's so many competitions here in the US. But Jeffrey and I and our small team here, we are steadily gaining momentum.
Oh, yes.
And that is
Absolutely.
because of the power of the products, the
Hmm.
power of testimonials that you've seen. So if you are in fact wanting to build here, there's plenty of fish in the ocean.
Yeah.
There are 50 states. We have our first Unopreneur. Just imagine that wherever you are, if you want to sponsor one or two or 15 people within the United States, we are here to support you. So I want you to think about that.
Hmm.
I want to also elaborate and list the states that you want to pay attention to. Jeff?
Yeah. We've got California,
Yes. 1.4 million Filipino Americans.
Texas,
Texas, huge, huge following.
Illinois,
Yes.
and not to mention the Northeast, New
New
Jersey,
Jersey,
and New
New
York,
York.
right?
Yes.
Just incredible, incredible potential for business growth here in the United
And
States.
they're reigning Filipino Americans there. Imagine each and every one of the 4 million Filipino Americans
Yeah.
here are connected with other Americans, their families. We talk often about the first and second generation
Yeah.
Filipinos that
Hmm.
do not speak Tagalog. This is the reason why we are talking to you today. Everyone needs Uno in their lives. Until we get this whole solid foundation of pure English, we are here for you. Because my son is right here from South Carolina. We have other, that's our siblings. We all need Uno in our lives, and
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
it. Once a week, let's come together. And we also Zoom on demand. So know that if you gather one or two people, we can Zoom with you on demand to help you build your business.
Absolutely. And, already we have talked with people in Nigeria and people from Hong Kong. And good evening, Hong Kong. So glad that you are joining us today about doing business here in the United
Yes.
States. As you say, many of us have family and friends who
Yes.
live here in the United States, right? We're 50 states, but we're really 195 countries.
Yes.
right here in the United States. So this is a way to reach out to them and not just reach out to them, but give them the gift of health. Is that not a beautiful thing?
Yes.
You can share a gift of health with your family members and friends who are here in the United States. And guess what? You avoid international shipping costs.
Correct.
So we can make that dream more affordable by just partnering with us here.
Yeah, for those of you, it would like again, 140. We now are in 140. I just want to express, people are wondering,
Mhm.
we started in 2015.
Yes.
It's been challenging, but the fact remains that we have very stiff competition here in the United States.
Mhm.
But one thing that UNO offers is what we have right here,
Mm.
the global reach,
Yeah.
the resources that are available by form of testimonies.
Right.
You
Right.
always make a valid point when you mention in the third world what happens. They are
Yeah.
dependent on. Please elaborate.
Yeah, it's here in the United States we're blessed to have many healthcare resources. We can walk to literally the corner and there is a pharmacy on one corner and a competitive pharmacy right across the street, right? But in many of our countries, the healthcare access is not as great as it is here. In
Mhm.
some countries, we have to travel hundreds of miles to get to a practitioner, only then to wait in line 3 and 4 days before we're seen. So, this is an opportunity for us to bring a degree of intervention, particularly in those countries that do not have very robust healthcare infrastructures. We can be champions of wellness. We can be ministers of health. And this is our role, and certainly a goal of ours. And as we build here in the United States, it's not just about us. It's really about us connecting to community,
Right.
and that's what we're doing, and we're so happy that Uno is going to participate in a very grand event that we're going
Yes.
to have in September, in which we are actually going to partner with our major healthcare systems right in our own vicinity. Our UC Health, which is one of the leading healthcare systems in the state of Ohio, in which we reside, but also our Cincinnati Children's Hospital, which is one of the leading pediatric hospitals, not only in the United States, but in the entire world.
Mhm.
In addition to that, we're partnering with our local health departments and our Chamber of Commerce, which is representing many of the businesses in our community. And
Absolutely.
Uno is right there, right up front, leading that engagement, bringing community, business, and healthcare resources together.
Yes, and that's what makes me really, really excited about the event that you're spearheading
Mhm.
in September. The fact that University of Cincinnati is
Yes,
a big part of it,
yes, absolutely.
and our one of our sponsors is First Financial
It's
Bank.
First Financial Bank.
And First Financial Bank, they have community programs that we are partnering with them.
Mhm.
So that has been really a promising step as we move on into rolling out UNO, starting organically, starting with
Right.
our own neighborhood, because we all know that if we take care of our own backyard, the rest will follow. This is
Absolutely.
our main focus. But this is a great perk that we are able to reach out to you to share our updates too. So
Yes.
thank you for allowing us. We could talk about this all day long. We're just so excited that US is part of this big, this huge undertaking that we know are going to impact people's lives day in and day
True.
out. One of the things we're focusing on senior health.
Mhm.
When you get up in age, you're not, we should not place them in the room and not be heard.
Yeah.
They are entitled to a quality of life. And that's what John the prophet is making it happen. You know, we don't only have to address the non-medical needs. There's also the emotional needs,
Sure.
the spiritual needs.
Hmm.
And before we started with our Glow BP, I don't want to get sidetracked,
Yeah.
but please mention to them your pastoral campaign.
Sure. As I said, we are connecting and engaging with community. And one of the biggest communities here in the United States is our faith based community, as it is in many countries, right? If we can step out in our role again as wellness ministers, we are all called, right, in this walk of our life to follow the Most High, but in doing that, the greatest commandment is to love one another. Well, one of the greatest things that we can do to demonstrate that love is to demonstrate how we're concerned about your health as well as my health, because what affects you may affect me, right? So if we're loving our neighbor through sharing wonderful products, how fantastic is that? We cannot do everything. We cannot solve everyone's problem, but we're called to do that which we can.
Yes, and I want to make one last point, and I promise we're gonna get back to how you're gonna join this 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 movement. It
Yes.
is a health and wellness
I
movement,
like to call it a revolution.
a revolution. That's awesome. The fact remains that it's so easy. It's as easy as one, two, three. I'm telling you, when you are, as you are hearing our business presentation, you are gonna like it. You're gonna love the products. You're gonna want to join the bandwagon, and you are gonna feel good about it. And you cannot wait as soon as you get off the Zoom to share the recording to the people that you know need Uno in their lives.
Mhm.
And be selective. Be
Mhm.
selective in doing this. Now, our partner here, Douglas Payne, said, we're talking too much, Jeff.
Did
Let's
he?
go back.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Let's get down
So
to business.
let's talk about the company,
Yes.
how they started.
Yeah.
Let me let you lead on that, and
Okay.
let me talk about some of the products,
Okay.
and then we're going to move on to the compensation package, and then we're going to hear from Paul Cheng his success stories.
Well, I'd like to start with saying congratulations to Uno and to all of our business partners in now celebrating our 14th year
Yes.
in business. But in 14 years, we've come a mighty long way, beginning in 2007, right? Becoming the major multi level marketing company in the Philippines and one of the first Filipino based MLM companies in the United States. But we have just achieved so much in such a short period of time. And when you look at some of our achievements, the International Standards Organization, right,
Yes.
for quality control and sanctioning us for excellence in manufacturing processes, in packaging, in shipping, even in human relations and employee relations. We have been sanctioned by that global organization as being one of the leading companies. Halal certification. Now our products can be enjoyed faithfully by those who are non Christian, those who are of Muslim faith. Our products are accepted and sanctioned by these organizations. One important distinction that I'd like to make about our products is that not only are they supplemental, but they're also therapeutic. Many of our products are listed in the Philippine Pharmaceutical Directory and are actually used by clinicians, doctors, nurse practitioners every day, not just to prevent chronic diseases, but actually to treat and cure. And,
Awesome.
and that is such a powerful distinction, and why I believe this company has achieved such great successes in such a short period of time.
And we owe all that to these three fine gentlemen
Let
who
me
started this
let
in
me tell you how
2007.
excited I am to help implement and carry forth their vision. You know, when you look at a business, no matter what the industry is, there are certain things that you gauge success by. And one certainly is growth and how quickly that growth occurs.
3,000 millionaires in the Philippines,
How many
300 globally.
how many countries can boast that? Having an active distributorship of over what? Over 100,000 uh, just in the
The last time we
Philippines,
checked, over 700,000
worldwide.
health and business partners worldwide.
I want to say good day to all 700,000 of us who are actively carrying forth the vision of our board of directors. You know,
Yes.
when I mentioned it's a revolution, that's what really excites me about their vision because it's not just health and wellness, but it's really ushering in a wellness transformation
And a great
across the globe.
combination of these three people with talents.
Mm,
William Barbo,
yes.
servant leadership. He actually was an employee at McDonald's before he
McDonald's,
got
think
started with
about that.
network marketing. So he perfected the art of
Mm,
duplicating efforts. Duplicacy yields multiplicity and yields a lot of earnings. You're going to hear
yeah,
more about that. And then we want to talk about Irby Chua,
yeah.
who is into operations and innovation. And then we want to talk about
Oliver,
Oliver.
yes.
Oliver, he signs my check when I get my commission.
Yeah.
So he is into the information system, all this infrastructure that's online. I mean, these people have combined experience of over 60 years.
Isn't that
So
amazing?
let me talk about how they got started. So
Hmm.
they have always been in network marketing over the years. And then over time, they keep building. They were involved in separate global corporations.
Yes.
And over time, they keep thinking, okay, we build, they come tumbling down. Whether the products were not available or the systems simply did not work.
Hmm.
And then finally, they decided, you know what? This is getting too old for us. What we need to do is come together, put our heads together, and
Hmm.
bundle our resources, our talents, our resources, monies, and everything else. Put them together and make this grand plan. In
Yeah.
2007, they launched Uno Local. They did that so well, but by the time 2015 came, they say, hey, it's working with our locals. Let's go reach out globally. Now, we all are familiar with overseas foreign workers, and that's how it really started in 2015 when they did the global expansion. Miss Kelly, I'm going to let you elaborate more about OFWs, our unsung heroes, in which you are one of them.
Yes, guys, I was OFW before. I was engineer in the Caribbean, and OFW not necessarily mean domestic workers, but also all professions. We have nurses, doctors, also skilled workers all over the world, and overseas Filipino workers. These are the unsung heroes because when you are abroad, when you are working away from your family, from your hometown, there are plenty of challenges. Like when I was working, when I got sick, I don't have anybody to take care of me. You know, you have to do it everything. You have to be independent. And not to mention the homesickness that you will encounter. So, this opportunity, Uno Premier, is our opportunity so that we can go back for good in the Philippines. That is what I can share, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Miss Kelly. And I wanted to focus on data. I'm a data geek. I mean,
Hmm.
the proof is in the pudding. That's what they hear in the United States.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff is going to share with you
Mhm.
the OFW host countries and the number of OFWs and the amount of money that the Philippines actually get every single year.
Yeah. You
Jeff?
know, this is what is very exciting when I think about the vision of our board of directors because if you're going to be part of a business, you want to be part of a business that has a winning strategy,
Mhm.
right? So to look at the vision of seeing the overseas foreign worker not as being expatriates, but as being a market that can be tapped into, right? And a very sizable market at that. We mentioned earlier that here in the United States, there are some 4 million Filipinos, but we're looking, at a greater number than that of Filipinos that have created the diaspora throughout this globe,
Right.
right?
Not to mention where Paul Chang is,
Where Paul Chang
which
is in Hong Kong.
Singapore.
How many countries? We are in over 20
We have
countries.
our host countries that, as you can see, you're going to hear more about where our offices are.
Mhm.
And that will just give you some information about what are these countries? What are these countries doing with the Philippines? Our host countries that are always welcome and nurturing and treat our OFWs well is Saudi Arabia,
Mhm.
United Arab Emirates. We have in Africa, we are doing well in Africa too, but this is by association. So when you really think about it, as contract workers, you get sent all over the world. The World
Right.
Bank has them, International Finance Corporation, all these global corporations, they send people to the Philippines, get them trained, and then so of course when they are they live in the same communities. They are what they call expatriates.
Mhm.
So they infuse UNO every day. We
Yeah.
hear these stories like this. US Naval Force has a contract with Saudi Arabia, and the people that are working with them are Filipinos. They come together in the mess hall in their living quarters. They
Mhm.
see UNO products floating around and they talk about it. They can't help it because it felt good, so they
Yeah.
have to announce it. Case in point, so that's only a few examples. Now let's talk about Hong Kong. We always say, my husband will always say, every time we show a graphic of Paul Chang on this hundreds of women, beautiful women behind him,
I'm so
he's
jealous of
always
Paul.
saying, what are those? Why are only women? But I want to acknowledge the people, the domestic workers in Hong Kong. I've talked to most of you. You've shared your stories. The fact that Paul Chang actually offered this platform that you come together once a week in your days off. That's a time you
Mhm.
connect with other Filipinas. That's a time you play with the magic cream. Do your face, talk and use the advanced uh, and then the body cream. You guys, you ladies are the ones who made it happen for that paved the way for all of us to know that our beauty products really work. And that's only a few of the products. So I want
Yeah.
to thank you and applaud you. And the fact that because of the income, because of the learnings you've learned, because that's one of the things that we offer when
Mhm.
you do come and be part of our family, is we train you to transform, to do the business for the few people who want to do it. And let me tell you, the top earner in the Philippines or globally is actually an OFW from Hong Kong. So that's
Wow.
just that
Yeah.
that's just some
Yeah.
stories that we want to share. So again, thank you Hong Kong
Yes.
for
Thank you,
making
Hong
us
Kong.
beautiful, including the men. Because if you have done some of our global VP sharing, we had some people from our brothers in Africa
Yeah.
who
In
simply
Nigeria, right?
loves in
Yeah.
Nigeria magic cream.
Yeah.
A combination of magic cream and glutathione lotion was his secret. And he
Right.
was nice to reveal that. So you're going to hear more of that if you actually tune in every Wednesday. So let's talk about, we talked about the products,
Right.
and then we're going to talk about how easy it is to
So,
be part of this global company and the
you know,
potential for earning.
that is what is absolutely exciting, and what makes this the right time to be involved with our company, because to be a part of this dynamic process, it just takes 4 easy steps,
Yeah.
right? And let's just review them right quick. You don't have to be a millionaire already.
Mhm.
You don't have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an Indian chief. You can be just a common person like we are, right? Anyone from any walk of life can actually do this business. It just takes an initial investment of 380 US dollars. That's all. And for that, you will, well, for one thing, right off the bat, get 100% return on your investment.
In form of products.
For $380 as your initial investment, you will receive $380 worth of products. 100% return on your investment right off the bat. Now, what company do you know that you can invest in and receive a 100% return on investment immediately, even if you don't do anything else? And
Not
we're
many.
talking a one time investment. We're not talking an annual fee, right? We're talking a lifetime benefit,
Yes,
right?
and let me also elaborate on that.
Hmm.
Here in the US, if you become part of a multi-level marketing company or even selling the products or the direct distributor, you must maintain.
Yeah.
So that means you have to spend money every single month. With Uno, being a part of our group is a minimum investment of $380. By the way, we do have a promotion. I don't want to forget that. If you
Yes.
actually start with a small package of $380, you get upgraded to the next package, which is in our case in the US is the Premier Plus,
Right.
which is 1,140 to get that account.
Yeah.
You may not get all of the products. You only get the Platinum Plus product selection, which you choose,
Hmm.
but you will get all of the points in order that in the future when you are earning, you get more points to convert into cash. So that's an opportunity that is great.
Yep.
Now, the fact that when you do your startup package, it really depends on how big your family is.
Hmm.
$380 will cover probably a month supply for one person.
Yes.
But if you have a bigger family and you know that you're going to bring in four people, you can have a global package. If you,
Right.
because you know you have more products to share and more
Hmm.
products to sell. So another thing of making money, as you are actually, because we convince you, the next step is what?
Well, the next step is to attend our new partners briefing meetings. Now, this is where we actually will sit down and explain to you all of the ins and outs of making this business work for you and how you can be successful in this business. We'll give you online training, coaching,
Mhm.
mentorship. We share best practices and strategies, and we actually teach you how to network, how to engage with people, and how to bring out the best in people, sometimes one by one, right?
Exactly. And the fact now that
Mhm.
Uno started with, and you're going to hear this over and over again when you start attending our partners meeting and this global presentation, the fact that we started as a traditional networking company. So that means we met people, we host parties, we get in the car, drive hundreds and thousands of miles to go somewhere to get to talk to people. Because of this new technology that we're connecting right now, and what Uno had done when they established the online marketing class.
Mhm.
So when you participate in an online marketing, they would teach you how to market on Facebook. So I see as I'm looking at the chat that when you see somebody that has kind of like an e-commerce before that, that means they are Uno e-commerce graduates. So they have learned with one training. Miss Kelly is one of them. I'm one of them. All of us actually attended that training
Yes.
that will teach us how to do the online marketing through Facebook. And the fact that you are able to earn, so that's your many ways to earn. We're going to talk about 10 ways of earning. Now, we using the products, why is it so important for us to use the products,
Well,
Jeff?
it's very important to develop, number one, your own story.
Mhm.
People can tell anything, they can say everything, but you can only really tell that which you know. So we encourage us as distributors to use our products to become what we say a product of our products, and
Yeah.
it will begin to manifest in you inwardly and outwardly. But from a business perspective, You are now your own distributor. You are
Yeah,
now the CEO of your own independent company, right?
yeah.
Why
Be a
would you
model of your.
another company's products for
Yeah.
products that you use every day? Our toothpaste, our soap,
Yep.
our shampoo, our body scrub, our coffee. Why would you use anyone else's when you are representing some of the best products on the planet?
Yeah, I know. Last VP, we talked about this. Miss Kelly, remember when we talk about the women's weaknesses when we actually go into a store? Miss Kelly, elaborate more on that. What happens when we go to a store?
Well, when we go like in a mall, in a store, women, we spend a lot of hours just window shopping, buying sometimes things that we don't need because of sale and everything. But with with our system, we have our personal products that we don't only get to buy, but also we earn from it. That's what I remember.
It's a no,
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer. You don't have to second guess. We only have one. We only have one toothpaste.
yeah.
So you save money. 2 points here. You save
Hmm.
money by not going to the store and buying things that you don't need,
Hmm.
and then you save your time because that time you can actually spending time with your family, quality time with your family, and then building your network or doing your business. So what that is just that has been proven and true all throughout the practices of Uno.
And,
So it's
and
worth
and
mentioning.
let us share, our simple business model of profitable consumerism.
Yes.
This is how we're actually, as Ms. Kelly said, we're earning money
As we
as we
brush our
consume,
teeth.
right? Exactly. Every time we brush our teeth, we're earning money because when you purchase, you're going to get a return on that purchase. And the savings that we achieve with profitable consumerism is that there are no middlemen, right? Our products come directly from Uno to us as the consumer and as the distributor. So we cut out all of the middle people. There's no shipping people that are involved unless they're with our company,
Mhm.
right? There are no marketing people to pay, no advertisement or promotions to pay, because we take care of all of those costs and have strategies for that built right into our own business
Yeah,
model.
those savings get passed on to distributors.
Mhm.
So we talked about football season.
Hmm.
We're in the US, they spend $5 million for a 30-second commercial. Can you imagine if that $5 million gets passed on to us? That's just, I want you to think about that.
Yes, ching, ching, ching,
That's
ching.
how Uno does it. So we talked about the ways of earning, the fact that we can direct sales. Here in the United States, there are about 9 products that we can outright sell to make a profit. So that's direct sales for people who are into that. But you really don't need to sell. You can just share the products and
Mhm.
invite them to be part of it. And what happens when you bring other folks is you get what? You
Well,
get sign up bonuses.
there you get sign up bonuses, you get matching bonuses, we have royalty bonuses. This is what sets Uno apart from other multi-level marketing companies, is that we have such a terrific compensation schedule. Whereby distributors are rewarded in over 10 different ways that we can earn money.
Yeah, the matching bonus alone, we're talking $20 up to $240 per sign up,
Yeah.
depending on what package they purchased. Okay. And then the matching bonus, we're talking about $60 up to $480, depending on how that works. And this is something that you would want to spend a lot of time with the person who invited you.
And attending our new partners briefing meetings. This is where we can go into a little bit more detail about the specifics of each of the earning potentials that we share as distributors.
Yeah, let's talk about the royalty bonus. So we
Well,
talked about where you're sleeping, you're earning, right?
yes, yes. As we build our multi-level marketing structure, we build deep and we build wide. right? But as we build deep and we bring on additional team members, and by the way, that is the next step that we have to do is to just bring in four people.
How easy
Not,
is that?
not,
Everybody
not,
knows four people.
of course, we know 250, remember? So it's not just four people, but those four people are now going to bring in four people. And then those four will bring into four people. Now, that's how we build our system. If you know 250 people, I'm sure that out of the 250, you know at least four who are committed to health and wellness, who are committed to earning potentials, right? Who are committed to being part of a dynamic team, and who are committed to achieving success and wealth.
Right. And that formula is very simple. Wilson Tolentino, our pioneering leader in UAE, actually shared that magic formula last week. The
Mhm.
fact that those four people, just those are the people that would do anything for you. They are your friends. You see them every day. It could
Yeah.
be from the church, it could be from your place of work, it could be just your friend when you want to play basketball. Those are the four people that trust you, that would loan you money, that would loan you your car, and you don't have to prove to them your integrity because they love you no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
How simple is that? And those four people will have the same circle of influence.
Hmm.
Focus on four because you can only take care of four people at the best, the best way, because they, you always hear this objection. Oh, it's a pyramid. Oh, is this and that. Every structure is really a pyramid when you really think about it. Even the
Absolutely.
US government, the way it's done, and huge corporations,
Hmm.
you can only take care of four direct reports at best. So if you just don't want to, just think about four. No point. You can reach out globally, and
Yeah.
some people will do that because that's what their desire is. But for some people, you can start with four.
Absolutely. And I want to just underscore sometimes, in our business, it is the business of no. It is the business of rejection. Sometimes you have to reach out to 100 people and get out 99 no's before you get one
Yes.
yes. But that one yes can be so life transforming
Mhm.
that it just outweighs all of the negatives and the rejections that you may encounter. So I encourage you, don't go for 100, just go for four and
Yeah.
see what success that can bring.
And the step two is stay plugged in. Make sure you hang around people that you're building your network with,
Hmm.
people that are consuming the products, because you get so much out of it. When you feel like I've been in this business going on 4 years, there are days when they're like, okay, I'm not feeling it. But once I come to this office, once I rub elbows with Mr. Brewster here, I'm like, okay, I got another 10 years to go. This is the importance of staying plugged in, just
Yes.
as like you are going to hear from Paul Chang, his
Hmm.
success story. So we have a few more points to say, but Jeff, let's talk about lifetime. Not Uno's got it figured out from the
Well,
very get-go. The
yeah.
lifetime rewards after the direct sign-up bonuses,
Right.
after
Right.
the matching bonuses,
Right.
after the royalty bonuses, we're talking about lifetime rewards. Tell us about
Lifetime
lifetime
rewards.
rewards.
Through our purchases, we can earn points, and those points then can be redeemed for wonderful things,
Yes.
computers, other luxury gadgets, travel,
Mm-hmm.
and
No, I'm so jealous.
even cars.
Yes.
We
And
have,
down payment for a house.
oh, come on.
They thought about it.
The earning potentials here are absolutely incredible. And one thing I want to say before we turn it over to our sharer, Sir Paul Chang, I want to just touch on multiple accounts
Yes.
because again, Uno is changing the multi-level marketing
It used to
landscape.
be we can only have
Right.
one account in the US
When I first
up
started,
until four
right?
4 months ago. Yeah.
When I first started 8 or 9 months ago, we could only have one account, right? Now, let me just recap something real quickly. because it's very important that we understand the earning potentials. We keep talking about the ways, but I know that we'll get into them deeper in our new partners briefing meetings. But do you know that depending on the level of your initial investment, within 6 months, you can earn anywhere from 11 to 17,900 dollars,
If you
seventeen
work the
thousand
system,
nine
if you
hundred
work the
dollars.
simple system, yes.
Yes. Now, that's the earning potential with one store or one account.
And here's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Do you need an office?
No.
Do you need to travel?
No.
Do you need to get insurance?
No.
Do you need to have to file all these paperwork?
No.
You know why? Uno does everything for
Exactly.
us.
Exactly.
Everything.
And you know, the earning potentials now are just multiplied because when you open up additional stores, that $17,900 that you can earn in 5 or 6 months as a global partner, times that now by 15. We can open up 15 accounts. You do the math. That's just mind boggling for me.
That is so true. And just for your information, this global BP and the share is being recorded. So we've been doing this in September. We have heavy hitters that showed us their dashboards. Dashboard is it actually accounts for all of the earnings, the people that they have brought in, and we're talking top hitters that have made it. We're talking 26, 27,000 dollars a month
Yeah.
converted into dollars. And these are Filipinos that are out there. So if you ever doubt if this is possible, send me a message. I will send you a direct link. Like I said, the proof is in the pudding, and you are just so going to be so amazed how simple it is. Now, let's talk about this lifetime rewards. Anybody starting a business,
Hmm.
if you are going to do the traditional franchise,
Hmm.
McDonald's, in the tune of, I don't even know the last time I checked, millions of dollars. You have
Right.
to have millions of dollars to do Kentucky Fried Chicken, to do a 7-Eleven,
Hmm.
to do all those franchises that you see. Who has heard of $380? And
Right.
then you have your own online business. You
Yes.
have a shipper. You have a customer service. You are supported globally. If
Hmm.
you want to build in United Kingdom, we got people there to help you. If you want to build in Jamaica, we just started building in Jamaica. We are solid in United Arab Emirates, and in African countries, there are 7 offices all over Nigeria and in Ghana, and there's South Africa just started. People, are you hearing us?
Yeah.
You have the key to transform your life, at the same time make people feel better through our products.
Hmm.
And the fact that if we actually make a statement, and Jeff and I are really true to this, Uno is the answer to lift people to prosperity in health and in wealth.
Yeah.
That is just so simple. All we need for you today is to make up your mind and be part of us.
You know, I often say there's nothing worse than having nothing than not having the opportunity to have something.
Correct.
And that's what we offer you today for just a modest investment of $380. You know, as we go through this pandemic, our business around the world is changing. And Uno has put together that platform that enables you to be successful in the e-commerce world.
Yes.
Today, our e-commerce sales are just exponentially increasing. You know, there are 7.8 billion people on this planet. But do you know how many of them have already made an online purchase of one kind or another? 2.14 million already.
And that happens every single day.
That's the market
And I'm
that
so
we
happy
have.
we have Filipino stores. You have a
Yes,
Filipino
I have a
store,
Filipino store.
and the only thing that he does is send a link, and then they
Right.
purchase in the Philippines, and we
Yeah.
get the commissions here. How easy is that?
Yeah.
And they just put in place, Uno has, this is a major announcement. Uno has actually put in place, we are now an app on the phone.
Yes.
With that one click, you're able to track, you're able to get into your dashboard, be able to share your online store, get all of the informations about the products. And then at the same time, whenever anybody transfer, or whenever anybody orders from your store, they track it for you. You
Mhm.
have a virtual staff, a virtual assistant,
Yes.
right, Miss Kayla? Kelly, tell us a couple more points about the online store. I know you're very intimate about that. And then after you finish, we're going to wrap this up with a few more points before we introduce our special guest. Miss Kelly, tell us about your online store.
Yes, about the Una shop. It's an online store. Once you undergo a training under e-commerce, you'll have your own personalized website. And our company does drop shipping. So all you just need to do is just to share that special link of yours so that people can go to your website and just add to cart and purchase the products. And then the company will do everything. Um, Confirm the order, pack the packages been ordered, and ship it to the customers, do the follow-ups. You don't need to stock products and, invest to buy the products. Just share the link, and that's another
So
way
you don't
to,
need any inventory,
that's another way.
especially everything's on your store.
Right. And let me just remind people who want to build here in the United States. And we'll put this in the chat. We'll put the link in the chat once again for you, where you can just go to our specific Unopreneur Center, right?
Yes.
And order products that you can have put under your name so that you get the Nook points,
Yes.
right? We just need your
Both
distributor
US
ID
and non-US
for
products.
both US and
As a
non-US products.
distributor,
Yes.
you
And
can
we'll
order for your family.
we'll drop ship right here in the United States for you. Just that simple. Let's get on and talk.
And then the
with
fact
Foxconn.
that we're backed up by all these, like we have Jeff, we have Doug, you have me, you have Jacqueline, we have more people who's going to support you. So I'm really, really excited about this whole endeavor. The last point that I'm going to make is the digital mentors, which Miss Kelly and I attended, all of us have attended.
Mhm.
If you are kind of hesitant about doing the Facebook marketing, Miss Julie will tell you, she's an expert. Developing graphics, she learned. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're 18 or 80, you're going to learn because they are a nurturing team. And
Yes.
so I want you to think about that. That's one of the big pluses of being part of this online community. So Doug, Jeff is gonna wrap up the 4 easy steps, and then we're gonna bring in our honored guest. We are now 181. Oh my
Wow,
Lord, I am
that's a
so
record.
excited.
That's a record. So let me just tell you once again how you can become part of this dynamic opportunity. Number one, sign up. Choose your level of
Like
investment,
now,
right? But now is the time, right? Take advantage of the promotions that we have going on here in the United States and in other countries throughout the world.
And go ahead and
right?
name them.
Well, we've
Platinum.
got we've got the sign up at the platinum level and be elevated to premier,
Correct.
right?
Bring in 5 directs.
Bring in 5 directs. Listen to this. Bring in 5 directs, and you will automatically be elevated to the global level. That's our highest level of investment.
And for those global investors out there, if you actually get 3 stores,
You're going
you
to
get your fourth
one
store for
free.
free. Imagine
Wow.
3 franchises,
Yes.
you get the 4th franchise for free. They give you another access code. You guys don't have any excuse not to build globally.
Right.
And here in the US
Now
for
is
you.
the time. Step 2, attend our new partners briefing
Yes.
meetings. Step 3, become a product of the products. Benefit from our profitable consumerism model. And step 4, bring in 4. Just that simple.
It's very, very simple. The people that know you, the people that sees you every day,
Yeah.
the people that will see you transform, get excited, you tons and tons of stories. Anyway, Jeffrey Brewster, Thank you so
Oh,
much.
it is my pleasure. But you know what is more pleasurable? To hear all of this in action. I cannot wait to hear our special guest.
Yes, definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest has been a pioneering leader in Hong Kong. He has built this city. What this is what my husband says of Paul Cheng. He is a follower of Paul Cheng, especially his wife Leslie. They came to Hong Kong with the to be a businessman. So they are actually pharmacists. The background they're pharmacists, and then they decided they're gonna turn into businessmen. And then they got exposed with the products, especially for their son. So they decided, hey, this works. Let this work. So now, over a decade of being part of Uno, he has since built the city. He has sent a lot of women, domestic workers, back home to the Philippines to be with their families. That's a lifelong dream for some of us, to be reunited with the family. And then lastly, because of the money that he's raking in as an active UBC owner. He actually diversified his investments. He now, as an owner, as a resort owner, he's got other businesses,
But let
and
him
he
tell that
continues to
story.
give back.
Yes.
So we'll give you more of his story. So I just want you to know what's up ahead. Miss Kelly, can we go ahead and pin Paul Chang? I want you to introduce Mr. Paul Chang. So give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Miss Bronwyn and Sir Jeffrey. Thank you very much. And also by saying Hong Kong or we build the city, that was a great phrase from Sir Douglas. Thank you, guys. I miss you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So yun. I'm not used to English, uh, full English presentation. Please acknowledge that or give me some room for that. But my heart was so full blown. What I see was 9 years ago in USA and with us. How we started, it was the same as you guys. We are so excited when we touch the products, just like Miss Bronwyn. When she touched the product, we saw ourselves that 9 years ago. We have that products in our hands, just like having gold. It's like a crypto organic, Ultima C, or even a soap. Wow, this is what we're waiting for a few months already, and finally got it. It's that explode of excitement are there. So we felt you guys, and we believe Uno Premier USA we're gonna explode there, really. And I'm excited for you guys, and so happy for you guys. And we salute from Hong Kong. We always look after that. We're so proud that we have Uno Premier USA, especially also in UAE and in Africa and all over the world. And good morning to you guys. All right. So thank you very much for inviting me again. And I'd like to share my story for you guys. And so I can share my PowerPoint as well. Okay, here we go. All right. So my name is Paul, and I'm a pharmacist by profession. And I grew up in the Philippines, but I came from a Chinese background. A full Chinese family, and it's like a Filipino Chinese background because I grew up in the Philippines. And me and my wife are pharmacists. We're classmates in college. So of course, being a pharmacist by profession, we always thought that after you graduated as a professional, or after you graduated that you already have a job or a stable job to set up a family. All right. So um, me and Leslie build our family in the Philippines, and she worked with a multinational company as a pharmacist, and I started a small drugstore in Manila. But unfortunately, the drugstore didn't go well. All right, so I have to um, go abroad. So where I came from in Hong Kong. So I need to try my luck there because I'm struggling financially. At a young age, after graduation, I already broke. I'm already broke. So I need to find a way to feed my family, and especially at the time, I already have my eldest daughter. I saw that I can build my family here in Hong Kong. So when I first came to Hong Kong, uh, I only have one dream that I can build my family, that I can feed them and groom my family until they can finish their university also, or I can set up my family financially stable. All right, so just like a dream that everybody, when you are studying, right, after you study, okay, so I already have my degree, and let's do this. So in real world, doesn't apply at all. In the real world, that you have to struggle and you have to hustle. So in the real world, it's like big company with its small company, and in the corporate world, you have to have a lot of networks. Okay, so it doesn't mean when you have the degree you already have job. No, it doesn't apply in the real world. So unfortunately, when it came to Hong Kong, I don't have the license here in Hong Kong because I studied in the Philippines. So I have to go through a lot of process to have the license, if in case. It's like then need to go through like 2 to 3 years again. But that time I'm broke, just like I told you. So at a young age, I'm already in debt. Sad to say, because of the drugstore I set up. So I need to pay a lot of debt at that time. So when I came to Hong Kong, I need to find a job. Any job can do as long as I'm earning. So you are struggling with the kids on the right side, left hand. Well, I need to pay a lot of bills. At the young age, I already struggling financially. So luckily in Hong Kong, we both find a job here, and we switched from being a pharmacist to financial sector. So we went to banks. Me and my wife work in the bank sector because she cannot practice as well the being a pharmacist profession here in Hong Kong. Sad to say. So given the unfortunate events, we thought that we are so lucky already. Came to Hong Kong, we already find a new job, and our family is growing. We have the 2 children already. So I thought this will be a happy ending. So, but it's not. Okay. Why? The nightmare came again. We never thought that Hong Kong will be a very, very expensive place to live on, especially when you are having 2 kids, and the nightmare came back with a lot of bills to pay. So even you have the job, so just like any part of the world, especially develop a country, that you'll be having 2 to 3 jobs. So it came to me that I need to have another job. So I'm working 9 to 6 and Monday to Sunday for my full-time job, and I need to work as a bartender nighttime, starting from 7 to 1 in the morning. So went on straight for 3 years. I don't have a day off, because Leslie need to take up the kids as well after school, of course, and I need to go to work. Okay, so I thought that will be smooth because I'm paying my bills already. um, I'm having I'm having a lot of catch up to do. So I did catch up a little bit because I'm selling my time. That's why I need to work around the clock. So I only sleep around 3 4 hours every single day. It's good. Okay, you are the man in the house. You have to real hustle for the family. All right. So it became one of the time that I realized that I left the house early in the morning. Kids are sleeping. I came back home. The kids are still sleeping because it's already 1 or 2 in the morning. Every single day for that 3 years, I was working for just to pay my bills. I haven't seen my family for that 3 years straight. So that would be a very, very sad um, period of my life because you're just working for the money. You're working for the bills you need to pay. You're working for the company to grow, but yourself you are very lacking of love in a way because it's quite tiring having keep on doing the same thing all over again, but without improving. You cannot see improving your life because every single payday you just slip on your hands and give it to the credit card company or pay loans and allowances and everything done. So you need to work again just for another month just to pay another bill. So it came to my acknowledge that my daughters and my daughter and my son doesn't really appreciate what I'm doing anymore, and um, I did go home crying that time because it was a very very tiring state of it's a rat race from working, having salary, and then you pay all your bills, and you have to work again. So then you pay your bills, and then you have to work again. So it's a rat race. It's constantly going circle only. So I did kneel down and pray. So I did cry really like a baby at that time, at that day. I pray that, Lord, why my life is like that? I'm just a father, like looking forward to build my family, um, to give the best I can give, but I'm not giving my time anymore. I'm just working for money, and my family doesn't recognize me anymore. And even we are together, but well, I don't have time with them. So I pray, and I saw this verse. uh, Lord, teach me what I cannot see. That's a Job chapter 34, 32. So I learned to believe in faith. Okay, because in faith you have to believe what you cannot see. All right, so I believe that someday my God will take me away from this burden, and He got good plans for me. And I start reading the Bible. I start going to church. Even I don't have time. I just drop by, and me and my wife reading Bible before we sleep. And also we also read that in Proverbs, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. So we started acknowledging him, and our marriage was beginning to um, having a improvement after we acknowledge God, and we started praying even late at the night, early morning, or even I have a few time of lunch break. I can call her, and we always acknowledge God, that His grace, His goodness, and things started to change. Okay, so emotionally and spiritually, and what I requested always in my prayer is, God, give us an opportunity that can give us back our time, because the time we need to spend is with the family. Okay, so give us something that we can use that, and we don't want to chase money all of our lives. So we want to have our time. It's called freedom. Because after graduation or after we started our family, me and my wife started working, we don't know what freedom is. So I saw a lot of people who have freedom during their time with the kids, going out. So we don't have that luxury. So even having a dinner or a lunch, we don't have that luxury because I need to work. So it's very, very imbalanced, especially for RFW. So we are missing so much of seeing child growing up. So we keep on praying, we keep on praying, and finally, there's somebody, just like Sir Jeffrey just told us. Soon there will be a guy, a person who will be acknowledging you or even approach you to share that opportunity, what in which is Uno. And somebody approached me and presented me with the Uno presentation. At first, I don't believe in networking, really, because I believe in working. Okay, because I find the system work for me. I work as in a financial institution at daytime, and at nighttime I find work again. I find a job again as a bartender. Uh, so my system, the only thing you can earn money because I failed the first place in a business. So I don't believe in business anymore. So the only thing I believe financial can give me financial is a job. So in my mind, I was thinking that my prayer will be answered, that God can give me a promotion, can give me a job, that I can have a pay rise or a good package uh, as an employee. Okay, never in my mind that they would God would give me a business presentation. So to cut the long story short, I was not impressed with Uno presentation. That guy presented me. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. Okay, so when I go home, or when me and Leslie go home at that time, we have a meeting. All right. So she pushed me to pursue or have a try. So let's have a try. Because it's a lot. It's already a long time. Maybe this is our answer prayer. Maybe this is something that we can um, improve, or this is something that we can try, and then maybe it can give us what we are looking for. So to cut the long story short again, so I was forcedly forcedly to believe that this will be the answer prayer. What I'm saying right now is I'm totally not a believer of networking. All right, I'm against it. Okay, so Leslie was also pursuing that. She pushes me to to decide. Okay, let's join it. Okay, so finally we decided, and then we did try. And when the first 3 months come for this business for us to do it, it's not much of the time because most of our friends are OFW like us. And what I'm saying OFW here in Hong Kong, um, we they only have 1 days off in a week, so we only have one chance. So every week we only have one chance, that will be Sunday, so we can talk to them, present it to the business itself. And the good thing about it, I don't have time because I'm working 2 jobs. So I need to squeeze out some of my break time and just to talk to people. And having said that, we don't have offices. We don't even have products. So if by beliefs, by own perception, by own research and everything, so we do it from scratch. Okay. So just like Sir Jeffrey said, you need to go to 99 no's before you get one yes. So it's a no business. So for the first 3 months, it was hard for us because first, you don't have time. Second, it's a no business. Three, is something that we don't have office here in Hong Kong, that it will be very, very hard for us to convince people to join us. But we never give up because we already decided already, and we are already there. So we are looking forward that God will always give us a situation that we can handle. And just like I said, trust in the Lord with all your heart. We just trust, and then we just keep on doing our best every single day. Every single day when we have time, we just squeeze out and talk to people and run back to the office or run back to my part-time job and do the same thing again tomorrow, the next after. After 3 months, we have our first batch of people. You know how the good thing for you, you know how many is around 4 people only. And the 4 people build another 4 people. It becomes 16. So 16 become 32, become 64, become 125. The next thing you know, I'm not doing my part-time anymore. So that's great thing for me because I already have time that I can really focus on something that I can do what I am doing capable. At the same time, I have time, more time with my kids because I'm not doing until 2 in the morning. So these are the things that I appreciate while me and Leslie are doing the Uno itself. And as we go on, people are growing in numbers, and the product keep on are flowing in. We have the expansion of the product itself. We are renting places from places. We did rent a place. It's a restaurant down in Central that every single Sunday that we occupy the whole half day of that. Okay, so it's a buffet lunch floor that we occupy the whole place just for our activities. And sooner or later, it came to a part, or it came to a point that we cannot fit in anymore with that rental places. So we have to find a way. Okay, so the good thing about that, it started from me and Leslie praying. So we saw the answered prayer. And having said that, it was a eye opener for us to see that there are career for us. Even we are a pharmacist, we are have professional backgrounds, or even for our sisters and brothers here in Hong Kong that having not a university graduate, that still they can still do it. So that's the beauty of this. It doesn't really apply for qualified person only, just like a job interview. So in which I really appreciate that, because something, or in the real world, it will always get your qualification, your resume, that you have to have a degree, you need to have like 3 to 5 years working experience before you can go through the second interview. So this is something that we are looking forward, because I saw a lot of OFW struggling financially here in Hong Kong. So this was a breakthrough for us. And to show that we are really having our career ladder inside the company, we really tried our best for, we did our best to really show that we are in the right track, we are in the right company, we are in the right system. Okay, having said that, Leslie and I become top earners in Unopreneur. Okay, so these are the first acknowledgement that we was awarded. And the DODs always tell us to come to Manila just to be awarded. Just to give a short story of that at that time, I already fully resigned and doing this Uno. And Leslie was later part, I think after 2 years. And there was one event that we need to attend. That was a Sunday, and she only have one annual leave left. So I need to bring Leslie along because she was a awardee also. So we left from Hong Kong to Manila at 6 or evening or Saturday, and we attend the event on Sunday. We need to flew back on a Sunday evening. I think it's 12 midnight flight, and she need to go to work on a Monday morning. Those are the crazy days that we endured. It was happy, and it was so memorable for us. And because of Uno, these are the things that we are great memories that we treasure. All right, of course, Les was a top earner, and me as well. So these are the things that we treasure, and we always be grateful for the BODs that give us the chances. And I was featured in the Channel 4 in the Philippines for Ascenso Pinoy. And again, thank you very much for POD for that chance that given to us. And imagine from nothing, from a debt um, burden situation to somebody in the span of 1 to 2 years, and that was so amazing already for our life, because we see the struggle for the longest time in Philippines, back to Hong Kong. Even you are OFW, you thought it's a financial stable already, but it's not. Okay, so if you're working 2 to 3 jobs right now, you have to think: is that the is those are that or should I say, is that the system you wanted, that you will need to run here left and right just to chase the money, or you have a system that you can make money? So that's why I appreciate Uno Premier so much, because I learned how to make money from the system, and it's legal. And the beauty of that is, while you're making money, you're helping other people to change their lives as well, financially, spiritually, even health wise, because our product is super effective. Okay, all right. So um, awards are there. All right. So within that 2 years span, I became full time. I resigned from my job, and we have the opportunity to be the UBC owner here in Hong Kong. So we grabbed the chance again, given by the board of directors. We just so grateful that board of directors put the faith in us, me and Leslie. So I convinced her back to do the same. So after 2 years of having the UBC, I convinced Leslie to join me as a full time. So to cut the long story short again, me and Leslie are full time here in Uno. So we don't have a job anymore. So we are full time doing Uno only here in Hong Kong. So these are the things that we never forget while doing Uno. These are memories from the start until the end, and still building the memories. So this is what Sir Douglas is saying. Why full of women? Don't worry, me, BOD, and Butch are the thorns of the roses, or among the roses. So beautiful ladies are the back, including my wife. It's proven that the product of Uno is effective. That's why people coming back. The beauty product is so effective that people coming back. And of course, the system itself is so people friendly. Okay, so just like I told you, you don't need to be a professional to learn this. Just like Mrs. Browning said, is easy like ABC or 1, 2, 3. So as long as you're willing to change, willing to adopt for the change, and the system itself is so easy to adopt. And this is us, 2018. All right, so every single year we have 2 times or twice a year event. BOD will come here together with Butch, and we will be celebrating the event itself. Okay, so this is 2019. Full pack always, full pack always, because all most of our OFW sisters here in Hong Kong are mostly are 90% are women. So that's why most of our members are women. Okay, so I'm having a hard time here at the office because I'm the only torn, including my dad. So we are the only men in the office. But still, we are so blessed with beautiful people, and we are so proud of them. Every single day, we are so proud of them. Okay, so yeah, so we just celebrate our 8th anniversary last year, and we'll be having our 9th anniversary this year. Okay, so yeah, Uno came a lot of things that we didn't expect. So we like to have a car because when we travel back to Philippines, we don't have the car. Okay, I need to borrow from my brothers. so so Leslie and I discussed this. So how about we have a car? Okay, so let's say I have a economy car, any kind that is be cheap, that we can travel. That's it. That's the only goal. But again, Uno give us so many things that we didn't expect. Just like I told you, when we trusted God in our life in the first place, and God give us so many unexpected things through Uno. We have the first car. It's a Porsche Cayenne. So this is something that I always tell Leslie, can you pinch me? Maybe I'm still dreaming. We never thought that we have our first car is a Porsche. And just like we are so proud to say, in our whole family, whole family, my family, my Leslie family, nobody have a sports car. We're the first one to have a sports car. Okay, so again, we are a networker only, right? Who- Whoever gonna thought would have a sports car? No, nobody gonna thought have a sports car. I'm just a clerk or and then a bartender at night, di ba? So this is something that we never imagined. God has good plans for us. So that's why we keep on doing our best every single day. We can just keep on pushing the envelope of um, over the limits of what we are can do to help people in this business. So while we are helping other people, the system itself is pushing you upwards. So that's the beauty of the system itself. While you are helping others succeed, you are helping yourself because the system will always push you up. All right. So it doesn't limit food to one only. So God give us another second car. So it's a Ford Explorer. So something we always be grateful, and we always be thankful that we did make the right decision at that time. Just to go back, at that time we don't have money. Okay, maybe you thought, oh, okay, Paul unless they have money that they can join anytime. No, actually, at that time we don't have money. When that guy presented the Uno presentation to me, the main thing that I don't want to join because I don't have money. So ashamed to say, but I need to be honest. I have two job less than full time. We don't have money to join, but we find a way. Okay, because we thought we talked and discussed that we have credit cards, we have loans. All these things didn't come back. All this credit or borrowing didn't come back or didn't return of investment. There's no investment at all. So when Uno presentation came, we decided this will be the first investment in our lives. So we did actually make a loan for that, just for that. And the good thing about that, because we sold all the products and the return of investment, we pay back the bank. So we don't have the credit anymore from that point. Okay, so that's a good thing about Uno. You have the product itself. You can sell the product and pay the bank or pay the creditors. Okay, so but still you have the business. That's the beauty again. All right. So blessings keep on pouring. Okay, what I can say, because again, it's a two people working together already. I have the greatest business partner, which is my wife and my leaders as well. So these are the blessings we have. Okay, who am I and Leslie to be a part owner of a Sheraton condominium in Cebu? Okay, so again, this is something that we cannot imagine that we have this kind of luxury. Yeah, so this is beside the airport, and because we love going out, and we think, okay, maybe we can invest something that we don't need to rent a hotel, rent the resort, or maybe you can be a part of the owner of the resort itself. So Uno Premier give us that opportunity. So because it's not what I'm telling you is the freedom itself, freedom of having a financial stability that can give you, or you can do what you want. That's called freedom. Okay, so aside from that, aside from the money, the earnings, board of directors or Uno itself will always give you travel incentives. And again, at that time, my longest flight in my life, me and Leslie, is from Manila to Hong Kong only. And Uno came and they said that you have to hit this kind of incentive. We hit it. All right, so we tried our best to hit it, and we hit it. And this is the first incentive we have. Is a 2 weeks travel in the UAE through Royal Caribbean Cruise. Is a luxury European cruise, and we travel the whole UAE using this luxury cruise. Wow, it's really luxury. So it had 12 stories, and the 11th floor is our favorite because that will be the buffet floor. It's a 5 times a day eating habit while you are traveling 14 days. So this is the first time we travel, and we travel to Dubai. We go to Abu Dhabi, the Ferrari World, and we do the Oman and Fujairah, and the rest is all the beauty and treasure in our memories. So we even go to USA when the license was approved last 2015, and we have the office in California. We are the first batch to really having the ribbon cutting in the USA. So this is another privilege to be stepping in USA. Okay, so never in my life that we can imagine that we can travel to USA, right? So again, Uno give us that opportunity. So we just need to do hard, work hard, do your best, and this is what you call freedom, right? So at least in the middle age of your life, you did a lot of things that you never imagined or you did enjoy while you are living. That's what life purpose or supposed to be, right? So yeah, Hollywood, San Francisco, Las Vegas. Okay, so we have this event, the opening of Uno Premiere in USA. It was in Beverly Hills. Another breakthrough of Uno Premiere in USA. And one of our friends in Beverly Hills, he's Filipino. Both of them are working as nurse, and they told us, how did you book? How did you book an event inside the Beverly Hills Hotel? And this is so exclusive that only the high-end Hollywood stars can book. I believe Ms. Brown will be the testimonial or witness for that. And I just told them, we did it. So the rest is history. And until now, Uno Premier USA is still there. and we are featured in GMA USA at that opening, and we have I think Martin Rivera or a lot of artists, Filipino artists who did perform on that day. It was a very very full pack or star-studded event. I think we did have a presence of around 300 people who attended the event itself. It was so extravagant. Okay, so just like what I told you, the beauty of my life, me and Leslie, is with the prayer is we always pray that we have more time. But because of the system is a rat race that you need to sell your time for the company because you need to work as an employee, so you don't have time because the company is paying you per hour just to work, especially for me, and I need to work at night time just to earn a living. So since Uno came, um, the money is not the question anymore. The question is where to go. Okay, so because we have to treasure a lot of memories while our kids are growing up, because we don't want to have those regrets that we didn't do our best to capture those moments. So this is Singapore. Okay, we will bring our kids to travel through Uno again. Korea. All right. So the best thing about this is we've been um, accompany but our leader here in Hong Kong. Okay. So that's the beauty again. Just like I told you, while you're doing this, the people around you who are successful, it give you the contentment you wanted. So you are not the only one who can earn the money. Whoever comes to the system that you're helping, it also pushes you up. Okay, so we have our leader here in Hong Kong, G, coming with us for another incentive in South Korea, all right, in Seoul. And yeah, this is the memory, right? So remember, those things will never be stolen from you. Those things are treasure. These are our treasure. Me, my son, my daughter, my wife, having a hanbok costume in Korea, and is so happy, really, really. Again, these are money cannot buy, but because of Uno Premier, give us the freedom, uh, so we can do this. Yeah, the South Korea, Thailand, Macau. This is our flight. Anywhere we can go, keep on planning, keep going around the world. Okay, so again, we only have one father, one mother. All right, so you have to give your time to them as well because they don't last long. That's the reality because they grew old. So you have to grab the chance to have time with them as well. And we are very very lucky that we did bring Leslie's parents to Hong Kong as well. So these are the memories that we can see their smile, their happiness, the joy. We can feel their excitement. Okay, the first time they ride the airplane. All right, so these are something that no man, not any employment can really do. the only you the only thing you can do is have a financial stable and you have own free time. You can do it whenever you wanted, whatever you wanted, right? So Uno did that to us. Okay, so this is a event that we bring Leslie's parents here in Hong Kong, and they have a really nice time here in Hong Kong. It was a memory for them as well, and of course family. So every time we go back, and we always spend time with our family, these Leslie's brothers and sisters, and their our nephews, and these my brothers and my nephews as well. So you have to really treasure, because life is short. You only live you only live once, right? So make the best out of it. Make the best out of it. Okay. So when I see my children are happy, it makes you happy. All right. So you are not stressed anymore because of your financial burden, but you are already fulfilled. um, Much of your time are spent wisely. Okay. So I believe you can feel our joy. Right. So we did travel. All right. This is my parents. Okay. So we have the luxury to bring them to Taiwan. And again, just to proudly to say, me and Leslie are first one who did that to our parents. And having an employment, having a stable salary, didn't do those things to my family or my parents. I didn't do that because I don't have time. Leslie doesn't have time. Our budget is not enough. So it never be enough because your kids are growing at the same time with your financial or your expenses. So again, Uno bring that joy, the treasure, the memories to us. So something that I like to share to you. So if did it to us, it can be done to you as well. Okay. So just like I told you, okay. So the joy of doing this is bring other people together to experience the same experience that we have. So this is our incentive um, to Thailand. All right, so we bring our leaders to Thailand as well. We spend there a whole week enjoying the beach, enjoying the food, without spending a single cent. Uno Premier paid it all. So that's how beautiful our company is. Okay, so our leaders are having the first time and stepping in Thailand for the first time, enjoying their buffet lunch, buffet dinner, buffet breakfast, beach, white sand, and everything. Okay, so in another country, so everything expenses paid. So that's why, again, when we experiences those kind of luxury, our downlines or our leaders did experience the same. That is the most fulfilling part of what we are doing right now. Okay, so this is Taiwan. All right, so going back, so it's not all cherry on the top. All right, so 2019 was tough for us, and 2019 was chaotic for Hong Kong. And 2019 started Hong Kong having a lot of riots every single day. Every single day, you can see people gathering, throwing fire bombs, tear gas everywhere, and all these things happen in down below our building. This is just below our building, and because one block from our building is the headquarters of Hong Kong Police, and the riots will only target the headquarters of the Hong Kong Police Station. So we are always in the headlines of these riots. So it gone from 2019 to I think last October or November last year. So it's been 2 years of straight of this kind of riots every single day. Okay, so and then after that, early last year came pandemic. We are the first country to be infected with COVID-19 because we are just beside China. So we people from China coming out to Hong Kong is like a regular thing. So we are the first one to be on contact of the COVID-19, and the lockdown was so fast. By March of or by February of last year, 2020, we're in lockdown. So everybody's celebrating Chinese New Year at that time, and then the riot came, and then lockdown came. Of course, the business of us was also affected. All right. So again, it was a very tough year for us, starting from 2019. And with these challenges, we have to stop. We have to stop what? We have to stop and pray. So that's a good thing about spiritually connected to God. So we are so proud, and my leaders are always seeking spiritual devices. We have the Bible study regularly, and just like to tell you, we have a Monday Bible study in our Zoom as well for everybody. So these are our habits. Okay, so what we are doing right now, and that's why. So when we read that God places obstacle along your journey to prepare you for the blessings that await you at the finish line. So when we read this, I go back when we started. We go back when we started. When we started, we don't have products. When we started, we have offices. When we started, we have we don't have downlines. When we started, we don't have, nobody believe in us. So that will be more harder than what we are having right now. So again, we put our faith in God. We keep on praying. We keep on praying that God will give us um, more blessing to other people, more kind of solution on what we are facing. So we focus on the solution itself. So it came when we have our first breakthrough. So last year we have our first drop shipping exclusively here in Hong Kong. So we have exclusively a drop shipping system that we developed, and we have partnered with 7-Eleven, we have partnered with Circle K, and we have partnered with SF Express to deliver all over the Hong Kong, door to door. So even people cannot come out, we still can do the business. So again, God is good. All right. So without those kind of obstacle, we never find out that we can develop a system out coming from Uno, and having those mentor to teach us how to do dropship or e-commerce. So we never thought that we can do it. So because of that, we did it. All right. So thank God for that again. So God didn't uh, left us, but He provided us more. All right. So with that, less the income increases, people within around is increases as well, and she added two more vehicle as a blessings, and he had around 20,000 US dollar from last year's income. Okay, so again, it came from pandemic income. So these are the things that we are so proud of, and this is last year we did uh, within the pandemic. um, a lot of things are changing right now, and people are seeking solutions, seeking for extra income. We are the right solutions for this. We are the right company to give those people who are seeking those kind of opportunity, because we have the track record, have the right system, we have the right company. Okay, so finally, I'd like to leave you with this my inspiration coming from my kids. One of my letter coming from my son. He said, "When I grew up, I want to be a businessman." So this was one. I think he's only primary two at that time, and it touches me and Leslie so much that we now understand that what we do as a parents will always duplicate what your children looking after their lives as well. Because what you are doing, if in case you are spending more time for your work and not with them, and when the time they grew up, they will do the same. They will do the same. So what I'm saying right now, the good thing about that, we did it early. What we did it early, we decide early. We decide early in our life that we decide to try, we decide to have the opportunity, we decide to grab that chance that even we don't know, that even we don't know what we're gonna go, we decide to grab that chance that we can improve our life, that we can have a financial stability in upcoming future, to have more time to be with our kids. And this is what the result is coming from the reflections of what we did. So something I like to share. And these are the things that we treasure the most. And I keep it the letter. Even I have for my daughter, she also have the letter as well. And these are the things that when they grew up, and we always be proud as a parent that we did the right thing. We did the right thing for them to follow. Okay, so that's why doing what you love is freedom. Loving what you do is happiness. So thank you for Uno for that. And for God, for with God, nothing shall be impossible. We are the testimonial. My downlines here in Hong Kong are the testimonials. So, and God be the glory. And we always carry that faith, carry that wisdom God give us to us. And we'll proudly always to share to the world that if God can change us, what it more can do to you. So I hope you enjoy my story, me and Leslie. I hope you give we give some um, uh, inspiration to all of you. And can take this Paul and Leslie saying there's nothing impossible for God. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, wow. I'm deeply touched, through listening to you. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who share these feelings,
Mm.
the feelings of hope, the feelings that we are gonna, as we as we are embarking in our journey. And we have really so much that we can work on right now in the US, more than you had when you were starting in Hong Kong. So
Definitely.
thanks for reminding us, because it's very hard as trailblazers to see, especially in 50 countries with different languages and
Yeah.
different cultures. And for us being a Filipino organization, which not a lot of people are crazy about hearing a third world country trying to monopolize something, or
Mm.
doing something or building something. So I applaud you for inspiring us. We
Absolutely.
need it. We got
Absolutely.
this dose from you.
Yes.
I thought I've heard everything. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about this. When we have our heavy hitter sharers, such as Paul Chang and Wilson Tolentino, uh, people assume, okay, I've heard their story before. But in every engagement, in every meeting, in every forum, when we assemble, there's always that new thing, that moment that
Mm.
strikes a chord to get us going. All the 152 people that are hanging on, thank you, because the message need to be heard, the message need to be pushed out there. And
Yes.
just stay strong, stay consistent, be diligent. Think about what is it that you really want when you when you make up your mind. And I hope that would be the decision, would be part to be part of this journey, to be
Yes.
part of this
Absolutely.
wellness revolution. And
Hmm.
the thing is that you have 15 chances to do it. Not like before, we can only do one. 15. So if you're not prepared to do this right now, you know somebody that may be willing to do this. So let's keep this going.
Yes.
Thank you for your sharing. And I saw that Leslie did join us. I'm hoping when the First Lady of Hong Kong, Leslie, joins us next time when we share. I'm going to invite you once again, as you know, hopefully in the next month or so, I will have Miss Leslie share. Okay, Miss Kelly, are you still with us? It is time for us to we can let people go. Um, to do our Kodak moment like we always do. It's always good to track the people that are consistent in making this happen for all of us.
Yes, please, guys, please turn on your camera and just hold your chats for now. So the pictures won't be covered by the chats. Okay. All right. Give your best smile. 1, 2, 3. All right. And one more. These are 6 pages because we are um a lot today. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. Last 2 pages. All right.
Thank you so much. So I want to just to remind you, next week, the same time Wednesday, we're gonna have our sister from Nigeria sharing, Ola. She's got a long name, but we fondly call her Ola. And Ola will be sharing her Uno story out of Nigeria. And then after that is Butch Tan. So guys, make sure you come back and see us. Hong Kong, thank you for the love. Thank you for supporting us. Paul Cheng, thank you for your story.
Welcome, welcome.
Kelly, thank you, and thank God for blessing us with your technical expertise and the stories that you have to share. To the UNO staff, to the USA team, in the US, it's so hard to find the time to attend 2-hour long meetings, but it's all worth it. If you guys want to get a recording of this, please let us know because it needs to be pushed out there. Again, thank you. Mr. Jeff, do you have any last words to say?
I just would like to say thank you to everyone for listening and to Sir Paul for sharing your humble story. What really comes through is your humanity, and I love it, and I'm so inspired by you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
So,
All right.
I don't want to thank the grand uplines. I do want to mention some of the people here, they're already millionaires. Some people here, they've already made it. Some people here don't need to be here. But the truth of the matter is, they want to give back, just like Paul Cheng. They want to support you. Cross line, up line, down line, however you call it. This is something, this is the UNO culture. This is it. If you're not prepared to do a two-hour meetings, it's so instrumental. And it is kind of a culture shock for some people that are not used to it.
Yes.
But I tell you what, now you got more stories to tell to get people to feel compelled to be part of this big and huge UNO universe. Thank you guys. God bless you. Love you. Hope to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.